Thank you for joining us on Data Cloud Now, where we bring you the latest in all things data in business and industry. I'm Ryan Green, and I'm joined by Itamar, CEO of Rivery, along with Nauman, CTO at Constellation. Gentlemen, it is such a pleasure to have you on the program. Itamar, I want to start with, founded in Tel Aviv and always been a major hub for tech, what trends are you noticing, and how is the platform adapting to now your global footprint?
Yeah, so I think in Israel, in specifically, I think it's became to be the startup nation. Especially in the past few years, and Tel Aviv in particular, maybe one of the top 5 cities to build startup in the world. I think one of the things that we saw in particular relevant for Tel Aviv is that the founders really like to help one each other, and means that when you are in the early days, it's really important to have the design partners and working with them. Even Rivery, we all help 2 companies to build them when we are only 3 years old. But we helped already 2 companies to raise the A round thanks to the fact that we've been, design partner for them. What we saw is that those companies became to be, 5, 6 years ago, you could see a lot of startup in Israel growing to 50 million,
right.
500 million and selling the company. What we see now is that a lot of companies learned, or CEOs learned how to build big companies. And I think that Palo Alto, Checkpoint, Monday.com, JFrog, name it, they are inspired us, the next generation of companies, that it's possible to build a really big company with headquarters in Tel Aviv, selling globally. And I think that the Corona also helped us because, you can build the best technology worldwide and sell it across the board.
I love having that founder's perspective. Thank you, Nauman. From your perspective, how does Rivery plus Snowflake help enable Constellation to achieve their mission to empower businesses to launch granular campaigns at scale, really with unprecedented efficiency?
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of Rivery and Snowflake is that, the simplicity of ramping up our team, it's kind of like a superpower once you get into the weeds, because it really, they both complement each other so well. And they allowed us as a small company really to be able to move very quickly. But then the ceiling technically is very high with those platforms. So It's not like you get limited, you start running into bottlenecks. That's really where it's beautiful. It worked really well for us, and it really empowered our product. Because we want to focus on our product. We don't want to be stuck in the weeds with infrastructure, with trying to figure out how do we get the data. Like getting the data into Snowflake and using Rivery to do that type of work is now our work starts on the Constellation side where we're delivering to our customers. So that's really it helps us prioritize, helps us get out of the weeds and really focus on what we do best.
And allows you to really put customer first and foremost.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we've been able to scale dramatically since we've switched over, and it's been many years now, but it's really been an evolution of as Snowflake and Rivery has kind of improved all of their products, we're first in line, taking advantage of everything we can.
I love to hear the journey. And tomorrow I want to pivot slightly and discuss the concept of control, which really impacts everything that you do. Why is this such a foundational principle for the company, and how does it play out on a day-to-day basis?
I think that today it's not only about the software or the service that you are buying, especially with tools like Rivery or Snowflake that simplify a lot of heavy infrastructure. I think that it's a matter of you need to have the principles because you want to have the tools, the technologies, and the people. So in order to scale, when a company is now, all the enterprise now moving to cloud, it's really massive project. You cannot deal it by buying Rivery, by buying Snowflake, and that's it, the mission completed. No, you need actually to build the principles, first to choose the right tools, then how to implement it inside of the organization, and sometimes to change mindset that you had with your legacy tools in the past. So I think that control, it's not in conflict. I see it as a complementary, control and freedom, freeing the business to get the value out of their data, but in the same time, having the full control. When we started to work with Constellation, when I met them in the first time in their office in New York, lovely office, I said,
shout out to HQ.
You are agency, you are working with tons of brands,
right.
Really luxury brands.
Mm-hmm.
So you must, control everything that's going on inside of each ROI, each one of the formulas that you are running for each one of them, and to see the benchmark for everything. So it's actually mixed of simplicity, but to have the control and the governance on top of that one.
It really sounds like a true partnership
Exactly.
at the end of the day. You know, we're currently at the New York stop of Snowflake's Data Cloud World Tour. The energy, the excitement, you know, we can hear the crowd all around us. You know, what are you two hearing in the impact and the way it'll position the business for the future? Nauman, if you'd like to go first.
Yeah, you know what I really love about how these platforms have grown and how Constellation has grown is it's gone from just, you know, Snowflake from just a data warehouse to a data platform. And same with Rivery, from just kind of pipelines to an entire stack that we can take advantage of. So we're moving from data engineering to data science and really kind of bringing the data in, you know, transforming it, normalizing it, all of that. Once that's done, the data science comes into effect. And that's really where we provide cutting edge services to our customers. And we've actually moved from an agency since we even last spoke into a tech platform because, you know, we kind of like were technically proficient enough to get ahead of the agency model, and now we have a tech platform that's a MarTech platform that we actually sell and license out to our customers because of what Snowflake and Rivery have been able to provide at the foundational levels for Constellation. So it's
fascinating to hear that journey, how you're able to execute at a different level and provide that and increase service to your customers.
Exactly.
Itamar, from your standpoint.
I think that the current state, and we all see the public market and the impact on the economic, but I think that it's really healthy for our industry to have kind of alignment, you know, with the high price that we had before, and a lot of companies that actually didn't start to sell and didn't bring the value that they needed to have to bring to their customers, but still got really high value. So I think that now, the way that I see it, it will help the industry to focus on value for the customers rather than, you know, a lot of other activities, so I would like to say. I think that you can definitely see alignment with tools that is freeing the customers from doing the heavy stuff and let them to grow and focus on the business. And people like this guy, you know, he can actually take this foundation and accelerate the business to different verticals. You know, I just met him after a long time with the COVID and everything.
It's great to be back in person,
yeah,
I have to say.
It's crazy. And he told me, I told him, you are still in the automobile space. No, we have 40% of our business now is healthcare. So, oh my God. So he told me that I took the same technology and replicate and took all the foundation that I built with Snowflake and Rivery and replicate to brand new
pushing
major
to heights
industry.
that you never thought imaginable.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the power of technology. It's incredible to see. Now, time to get personal a little bit, Itamar. I'm Norwegian. I'm very proud about it. I know your mascot is the Viking. You know, we have to dive into this real quick. Perhaps you can share the origin story and really how Vikings serve as more than just a mascot, if you don't mind.
Yes, so I'm sure that my CTO brought the mascot of the Vikings. I'm sure that I won't give you all the details, and he will kill me after seeing this interview. But what we try to think is how developers and the community, you know, find Rivery as a bit different. And we thought, okay, the name of Rivery is coming from river.
Right.
We are speaking about data flow that's very similar to water flow.
Right,
and
exactly.
You know, you grew up in the Nordics, so you know how much water you have. You know, in our areas, original area, we didn't have a lot of water. So we say that, okay, the Vikings is showing a teamwork, diligence, and people that really want to get their mission, but doing it, you know, at least with the series that we are watching, and with having fun. And we want people actually to have fun when they are using the platform. We want them to enjoy, but in the same time, we are working really, really hard, like the Vikings, in order to provide the best service. I hope this helps you.
No, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to see the impact of, you know, the combination of a true partnership coming together to push to new heights. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, all happening here at Snowflake's, you know, Data Cloud World Tour here in New York. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Great to be back in person again. I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. We'll see you soon.